Dear students, in today's class, we are going to see projection of solids. So in particular, pentagonal prism. So we have taken pentagonal prism. So this is the question. So let us see how to draw this projection of pentagonal prism. So the question is, a pentagonal prism of base side 30 mm and axis length 60 mm is resting on HP on one of its base corner, with its axis inclined 40 degree to HP and parallel to VP. Draw its projections when the base sides containing the resting corner are equally inclined to HP. Okay. So you all know what is pentagonal prism. So this is the pentagonal prism. So it will have base and top face. Okay. So base corners are 5 base corners are there. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Similarly, 5 base edges are there. Okay. So you all know what is edges and what is corners. Similarly, in top face, it is having 5 edges and 5 corners. Okay. So this straight line, that is the line that connects the base corner and top face corner, it is called as longer edge. Okay. This is also a edge. This can be called as longer edge, and this face can be called as a rectangular face. Okay, clear? Okay, it is given that it is resting on HP on one of its base corner. So totally the pentagonal prism is having 5 corners, so it is going to rest on any one of its corner. Okay, and also the axis is inclined 40 degree to HP. So you all know what is axis. So consider an imaginary line is joins the center of the top face and the center of the bottom face. So that will be the axis line. Okay. So the axis length is given as 60 mm, which means the length of the prism, that is the height of the prism, will be 60 mm. Okay. The axis is inclined 40 degree to HP and parallel to VP. We have to keep the prism in such a way that the axis should be 40 degree inclined and it is parallel to VP. So also they have said that the base sides containing the resting corner. I said that the base sides are, these 5 sides are the base sides. So these base edges. Okay. So sides are equal to edges. So these base sides, that is containing the resting corner. If you are taking this corner as the resting corner, if you are going to rest this corner, the base side containing this particular resting corner, that is this side and this side. These two sides should be equally inclined. Okay, so we can take this corner as the resting corner. Okay, so let us do in step by step. Just listen carefully. First step, draw XY line. So I am keeping this pentagonal prism for our reference. So first draw XY reference line. Okay, then draw the pentagon since it is resting on HP on one of its base corner. So I already said that whenever the prism or pyramid resting on one of its base nomenclature, that is base corner or base edges, whatever may be, the top view will get the true shape. Okay, the true shape of that particular prism will be on top view. So always the top view will be below XY. So since the prism is resting on one of its base corner on HP, we can draw the true shape below XY. Okay, so if it is resting on VP, we can draw the true shape in the front view. Okay, clear? Okay, so how we can draw this particular top view? So since the resting is a corner, so base corner, we are going to take the corner on the right side. So if you have taken the corner, that is the resting corner on right side, you can tilt the second position front view in this way. If you have taken this resting corner on left side, you have to tilt the prism this way. Clear? In the second position. Okay. So since it is given that it is resting on base corner, also the sides containing the resting base. Okay. It is also given that the base sides containing the resting corner is equally inclined. So when you take this corner, these are all the two sides that is connect this particular corner. So these two sides will be equally inclined. Clear? That's why I have taken this particular corner. Clear? So let us name all the corners. So as A, B, C, D, E. So I have taken this name as A, B, C, D and E since it is the top face corner. Okay, so I have written this name outside the diagram, so which means the corners are top face corner. Similarly, the bottom face corner, that is base corner, okay, that can be named as P, Q or S, T. Okay, if this is A, this can be named as P. If this is B, this can be named as Q. So likewise, so A, P, B, Q. So P, Q, R, S, T are the base corners. Clear? So I am going to rest S corner on HP. Clear? So then let us mark the dimension of the side. That is, it is given as 30 mm. Just mark the dimension as 30. So any one side you can take. So probably take the left side. Then draw a projection line from all these corners to touch XY. Okay. See, from A, draw one vertical line to touch XY. Similarly, from C and E, both will be at same line. Draw one projection line. Similarly, from D. Okay. Let us name these corner as P dash, Q dash. That is, P dash will be in bracket. So when you see from here, P will be hidden. Okay, that's why you have to mention the corner in bracket. Similarly, T and C, T will be hidden. So that can be mentioned in bracket. Similarly, yes. So these are all the base corner. So you can write P, Q, R, S, T on base. Okay. Then we have to mark the center of the pentagon to draw the axis line. Okay. So since it is a pentagon, you have only 5 sides. It is not an even side. Okay. So if it is a hexagon, no problem. We can join all the corners to get center. But in pentagon, we need to find a center in such a way that join any one of the corner, provided that corner should have side on the opposite. That is edge on the opposite. Okay. Take the scale. Keep on any one of the corner and the midpoint of the side that is opposite to that particular corner. Okay, see here, I have taken D corner, that is S corner. From there, keep the scale, draw one straight line which connects the midpoint of that side that is opposite to this corner. The opposite corner is A and B. Okay, that is P and Q. Okay, so you have to draw one straight line. Clear? Similarly, from B, draw one straight line to the opposite corner, that is T and S. Okay. So both will meet at one particular point. This point is the center of the pentagon, that is pentagonal prism. Okay. Clear? So draw one projection line from that center and this will be the axis line. So draw as a center line. You should not draw in continuous straight line. It is a center line. So you should draw like this. Okay. One short line and one long line. Clear? So this particular center line should be of length 60. So since the axis length is given as 60 mm. So this is the axis line. So this should be 60 mm. Okay. So just mark the dimension, that is 60. The arrowhead should be 3:1 ratio. Clear? Then we can draw the front view. So always whenever the prism is rest on its base, the front view will be a rectangle. So finish that rectangle from P dash up to S dash. Clear? So from P dash, draw one line. So this can be drawn using 2H pencil. Okay. So and finish the front view. So you can draw a straight line from S dash and connect those two lines to form the front view. So apart from this, there is one more longer edge should be there. That is RC should be the longer edge. So this will be the longer edge. So that should also drawn using 2H pencil. Clear? So that's all. This is the front view and this is the top view of the simple projection when the pentagonal prism is resting on HP on one of its base corner. Clear? Then let us move to the final position, that is second position. So the axis is inclined 40 degree to HP. So in prism, the axis will be parallel to the longer edge. Clear? So I have already said the axis is an imaginary line that connects the center of the top face and the base. Okay. So if you draw a straight line, this line will be parallel to all the longer edges. Clear? So these are all the longer edges. So and this is the axis line. So this axis line and this longer edges line are parallel to each other. So in that concept, I am going to tilt this particular longer edge. Okay. So before that, let us name top face corners. Okay. So this can be named as A dash and B dash. So B dash is visible and A will be invisible. So that can be written in bracket. Similarly, C dash, E dash and D dash. Clear? Now tilt this S dash D dash, that is 40 degree to HP. That is, you have to draw an inclined line 40 degree to XY. So keep the protractor anywhere over the XY. So I am keeping here and mark 40 degree angle. Okay. So 10, 20, 30, 40. So draw one straight line connecting this point. Okay. So the length of the line should be equal to height of the S dash and D dash. Clear? So it should be 60. So draw the inclined line, that is S dash D dash. It should be inclined 40 degree to XY. Okay. So the length of this particular line should be equal to S dash D dash. Clear? So this can be named as S1 dash and this can be named as D1 dash. Clear? Then draw S dash P dash line. So this is perpendicular to this line. So draw one line perpendicular to this S dash and D dash line. That is S1 dash and D1 dash. That will be this line. Okay. So it is perpendicular to this line. So draw this line. Provided the length of that line should be the length of P dash S dash in this particular front view. Clear? So this length will be equal to this length. Okay. So you can name this as P1 dash and Q1 dash. Then we can mark R dash and T dash here. That is R1 dash and T1 dash. The distance should be this P1 dash and the R1 dash. So what is the distance between P dash and R dash? That distance you should leave for P1 dash and R1 dash. So likewise you can mark this point, that is R1 dash and T1 dash. Clear? Now draw one line parallel to this S dash D dash line. So that is this line. Okay. P and A. So this longer edge will be parallel to this line. So you can draw the parallel line. Clear? So this can be named as A1 dash and B1 dash as we have did here. Okay. Now join these two to form the rectangle of this particular second question, which is inclined 40 degree to HP, that is axis. Now draw the parallel line from here. That should be parallel to S1 dash and D1 dash. Okay. So this will be this longer edge. That is R dash C dash. Clear? Now measure this distance. You can measure using compass or scale. Measure the distance between R dash and this axis line. So you have to draw the axis line here so as to mark the axis is inclined 40 degree to H. Clear? So before that, you have to name this as C1 dash and T1 dash. So now draw the axis line. So the distance between these two should be this length. Clear? So this is the axis length. So if this is 40, this will be definitely 40. So clear? So the axis is inclined 40 degree to HP. So we have inclined the axis 40 degree to HP as per the question. Clear? So this can be marked as 40 degree. So now draw a projection line from all the corners of this particular front view towards downward. Okay. Similarly, project all the corners from this top view towards the right side up to this line. Okay. So we will have lot of meeting points. Okay. So as we did in the earlier problem, P dash and P dash, that is P1 dash and P will meet at P1. Clear? So similarly, R1 dash and R will meet at R1. So like that you can mark all the points. Okay, these are all the meeting points. So let us name these meeting points as P1, Q1, R1, S1 and T1 as it meets. Okay, so since T1 dash and T meets here, it can be named as T1. So likewise you have to name all the points. Similarly on either side, A1 dash, B1 dash is there. So A1 dash and A will meet at A1. Okay, so like that you can mark all the meeting points here and name those points as A1 up to E1. Clear? So now listen carefully. So we have to draw the final portion. Draw the visible edges first. Then we can draw the invisible edges. So first, when you see this particular front view from top, the total top face will be visible. So the top face is A, B, C, D, E. So we can draw these edges in visible line. Clear? Similarly, when you see from top, this longer edge, that is P1 dash and A1 dash, Q1 dash and B1 dash. These two will be the longer edge. Okay. So P1 dash, A1 dash, Q1 dash and B1 dash. So these will be visible. So you can draw this line as visible line. Clear? Then we can come here to set the remaining edges. So when you see from here, that is when you see the top view from here, AP will be visible, BQ will be visible, AE will be visible, PT will be visible, QR will be visible, BC will be visible. Okay. So first, so AP is visible, so we have drawn already. QB is visible, so we have drawn already. Then we can draw AE invisible. Okay, so that we have drawn already. Similarly, PT can be drawn in visible line. PQ can be drawn in visible line. Similarly, QR can be drawn in visible line. So these edges can be drawn in visible line. So when you see from here, these edges will be visible. Clear? Similarly, TE will be visible and RC will be visible. These also longer edges. So TE will be visible and RC will be visible. So join these two to form visible line. Clear? Then SD will be invisible. Similarly, TS will be invisible. RS will be invisible. So those edges can be drawn in dotted line. Clear? So that's all. So this is the final view of the pentagonal prism when it is resting on HP on its base corner and its axis is inclined to HP. Clear? So finally we can write all dimensions are in mm, projection of pentagonal prism. Clear? So that's all. So it is also an important diagram. Try to practice well and prepare well for the exam. Thank you.